Alright. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Sophie.
I'm Lindsay.
And we're the S&L Show.
Oh, hi, Nala. Nala.
It is a little bit of a chaotic day today, I feel like.
I don't want to kick you out, but do I need to kick you out?
Sorry,
Okay.
I'm like looking at the screen and I see the little flick of when you like lick your lips and like the volume. Oh. Alright, Hey! Happy holidays. I'm wearing my holiday t-shirt. Got that holiday swag going.
Me on the other hand.
Tough Mudder.
Sorry.
Which is perfect because it's what we're talking about today.
Sorry.
So, last
first.
time we left y'all on a bit of a cliffhanger talking about, we said we'd talk about the Tough Mudder next week.
It has been more than a week.
We also haven't even posted that episode.
Yeah.
But it's okay because maybe we'll just do a little holiday special where we'll push these 2 episodes out a little closer.
And maybe we'll actually post a second episode to Spotify.
And maybe finally, we'll get our ducks in a row. That's actually what we'll be doing once we finish.
For sure spring semester, we'll have our ducks in a row. I can tell you, I don't have my ducks in a row when I'm home. I literally missed a hair appointment Tuesday.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you?
I was so mad.
Did
I
you
didn't
go at all?
No,
Okay,
because
I was like-
the girl Renee I go to, she's in Jack's Beach, and the appointment was like at 11:30, and it was like 12:30. And my mom goes, "Did you forget something today?" And I go, internally shaking. I was like, because I completely forgot. I didn't even know I was supposed to go because I thought it was gonna be next Tuesday. And she goes, "Renee," and I go,
Or
oh no.
No, but I definitely agree. Like, I swear, like, I don't even know what day I'm standing on. Like, I just feel so discombobulated when I'm home. Like, especially, like, because I was working remote Monday, Tuesday this week. But, like, working remote, especially with, like, the holiday week, like, it's, like, I'm doing nothing. And it's, like, I never work Tuesday, so it's just, like, I was already kind of confused. I think that's my mic.
It doesn't matter at this point.
Yeah.
We'll figure it
I
out.
can tell because
I know, I was looking at that, I went, what?
That's from the times I've hit my mouth with it. Yeah, because this one looks good. Anywho, like, I feel like, especially being at home, like, my days blend together, like, everything, like, it just makes no sense to me that Christmas is, what?
It's in a week. No, not
3
even.
days away.
Yeah.
Christmas Eve is.
Christmas Eve.
But yeah,
Christmas
I just, like,
Day is on Monday.
Yeah, I don't, no concept of time.
No.
Especially since it's the holidays. I just, I don't know what's going on.
Whenever I come home, because I usually, especially for, like, long extended periods of time, I'll, like, be working at 2 Creeks, and I literally have no concept of time. I know I work for, like, 5 days out of the week, and it starts on a Sunday. And it'll go, like, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm off Friday, Saturday, and then it'll start again.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm, like, no concept of time.
Yeah. But yeah, so here we are, trying to get our lives together-ish.
Oh, yeah. I'm also doing stuff for my mom and her work.
Yeah,
It's fun, but
catching up with people. And also, like, I don't know, I get no, we all know I never have motivation, but like, when I'm home, I just want to, like, finally catch up on sleep and resting. Yeah. But also, I know, like, you can't catch up on it. I don't know. It's just, like, I feel so, like, foggy.
Yeah.
But that's also just an excuse. Bart.
Well, usually, like, when I come home, I, like, sleep. There's, like, one day where I sleep for so long, and then, I'm like, okay.
Okay,
now I can do this.
But, yeah. So, today's topic of the episode, since we didn't want to make last episode so long, today we're going to be talking about the mud run. I'm super excited.
Like, the actual what had happened in the mud run.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit about it.
Beforehand.
Yeah, talking about it, but...
But now we will tell you how it went down on the track. Yeah.
That was so stupid.
I just felt like I had to do, like, a one-liner.
All right.
I'm sorry. But yeah.
I thought you were
Also,
going to say something about my uncle going down. Not my uncle, my aunt's boyfriend going down.
we'll get to that. I want to preface this by saying that some bad decisions were made before the mud run. Not actually bad decisions, but we were not in the best state of being when we did the mud run because we went to a rave the night before.
Yeah.
So we were out late.
We weren't drunk or anything. We were just tired.
Just exhausted. And, like, we were standing the whole time. What was it? Like, we were there for, like, 3 hours? 4 hours?
It was starting to feel like when I was at Okeechobee, and I was like, okay, my legs are done. Like, I can't do this anymore. But at, like, a festival, it's, like, fine to sit down because there's a lot going on usually. But we were just at, like, we went to a rave, and it was, like, one guy, and there was, like, 3 other artists before him. It's like a concert. Like,
yeah, it was
you
literally
can't
like
sit
a
down
concert.
anywhere.
And, like, it was concrete floor and stuff like that. And, like, just the crowd. I don't know. But I also wore my combat boots that day.
Yeah.
And I don't know. And then, like, twice that week I had gone to dance classes because I went to, like, a heels class with some of my sorority sisters. And then the day before we went to that was 2 days before the rave. Then the day before the rave, I tried ballroom classes. So I tried ballroom dancing. And then we had the rave. And then the next day, we had to leave early-ish for the run. So we left and we were like, our, my friend.
My face.
My favorite.
Yeah. I woke up and I was like,
The slow breathe out.
I woke up, I was like, why am I up? I don't want to be anywhere right now.
And then we got McDonald's on our way to the run. And I got a coffee, which was a horrible
That was
decision.
a horrible decision.
I just needed to wake up somehow.
Yeah, I understand.
But, eek, not a good decision.
Not for you, at least. And then Joey
had gone out the night before.
Yeah, Joey had gone out
He had gone out the night before, so he was not okay.
No. Apparently, my brother threw up in the car on the way there.
Yeah.
So he was not okay.
Yeah, we got there. We looked like a group of...
We looked so excited to do the run.
No, we didn't. This is what we looked like.
It's because both of us just... Well, it doesn't help that me and my cousins and my brother, we've already done this, like, run, like, 3 other times. And we've already... Yeah. Because it was my 4th time doing it. And
sorry, shiver.
And so we had already gone through the whole spiel, like, we work as a team, blah blah blah, like national anthem, whatever. Like, yes. Did you notice that you were the one that noticed that.
Yeah, I was the one who noticed that.
There was a pride flag because obviously inclusivity.
Inclusivity.
Yeah, thank you. It was upside down.
I felt really bad. I was looking at the flags, and then I was like, that doesn't look right.
Am I too tired, or is that upside down?
Well, at first I was like, did they come out with, like, another flag where the purple is on the top? But I never saw any of that on social media, so I'm like, they put it upside down. But I don't... Sorry. I don't know if they did that on purpose. Like,
no, I don't think that they definitely weren't trying to do it on purpose because they've had that before and it wasn't upside down. Yeah,
I was like, I don't think they'd be rude like that.
No, it's a very, I mean, when you go, it looks like very,
Raw!
American!
USA! Raw!
But it's very inclusive and everything. So no, I don't think they were purposely trying to do that. I just found that funny because I went, how did that? They're kind of like about details and stuff. How did that?
How's that the one detail that you forget? Well, that you accidentally misplaced?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But we got there, met up with the whole crew, put on our blood, sweat, and beers t-shirts.
Yes.
You know,
sorry.
I know I said a few... I don't know which episode I said it in. But there's an episode that I said that I absolutely hate group t-shirts. I'm gonna be honest, it kind of changed my outlook on group t-shirts.
It depends on the group t-shirts. Some group t-shirts are very corny. Granted, that is kind of corny, but It's very fitting for my family.
The one that I really also liked, I don't know if you saw it, but it was a group of like older ladies, and they had a shirt that said "I sparkle in the mud too."
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe I will be a group t-shirt kind of gal, like, because they're kind of cute,
Yeah.
I kind of like them. So, yeah, I don't know.
They're nice. I'll only wear it in like that sort of situation. No. It's like that. Remember? Do you not remember the last podcast?
Oh!
Do you not remember the last podcast? We had this exact discussion.
Yes, and I thought our consensus at the end was to talk up
No,
here.
it's to talk at the side. It was also the side where it had blue.
Hello? Hello?
I guess maybe it doesn't matter with the sides as long as it's one side.
Because I was like, sorry, off topic. I was looking at like the voice meters and I was like, why am I so quiet? I feel like I'm always so loud.
Because you're talking.
Like, I feel like I always have to hold the mic out here to not be so loud.
Yeah.
But then I realized it's because I was talking into it like this.
Yeah.
So it looks so quiet. But then I go like this and I'm so loud! Yeah. I was also yelling right there.
Yeah, you were yelling right there.
Anyways, okay, so we got there, put on our t-shirts. Then I wanted to back out, but I didn't. And
very proud.
They gave me a little bracelet so I could get my drinky poo at the end.
Yeah, you got a drink thing. I didn't.
I think I don't know.
It depends on who you go through, I will say, because there was one year I think last year, I got a drink pass, but it didn't. I just took honors.
Yeah, I mean, either way, I was like, I don't know if it's because like the person whose ticket I got was over 21 originally.
No, because.
But then I was like, wait, but they put my name because they had to for the window and stuff like that.
No, usually it depends on the person. It depends. The line I went through, the girl didn't. I don't know. Yeah, don't matter. But
we got there, we listened to all the spiels, and then we started running. I actually started running a little bit, but...
Do you remember what the first obstacle was?
Yes, I do. But I kept seeing cameras, and so...
Yeah, I
wanted to look good in my pictures, so when...
So they take pictures around, because at the end of it, you can submit, like, a photo, and it'll, like, do like a whole search based on the photo you post of like yourself, so you get free photos from it, which is nice, which I always take the photos or like photos from their website.
I don't, because my pictures turned out terrible. But when we first started running, I was like, ooh, gotta look good while I'm running so they can get a cute pic, you know. I didn't, because I don't run. Lindsay looked like she belonged in a Playtex commercial, so she looked good. Joey started flexing at the camera.
That was actually so funny.
It's a very Joseph thing to do.
That was such a Joey photo.
It was. It really was. But from that moment on, the people who had the cameras betrayed me, and every single picture that they took henceforth of me during the race was atrocious.
Yeah. No, I mean, it wasn't that bad. Could be a lot worse.
When we get to the topic of discussing the picture I hate the most, maybe we'll input it right here. So you can see how atrocious it was, because it was when we get to that topic of the race, we'll put it up so people.
I'll put in the photos throughout.
So yeah, when we talk about the obstacle, it pops up. The first obstacle was the crawling under the barbed wire.
Was that the first one?
The bear crawl, yeah.
Yeah, actually, sorry. We have a doorbell for my dog for when she needs to go out, but she also associates it as outside, and that's all she wants to do.
But yeah, we did like the crawling one, because I remember I was like, ooh, this is fun. But it was like we had to run for a while before we got there.
Yeah, I was like, why are we running so far?
I was like, I thought there was obstacles in this, and all we've been doing is running.
Because that felt like the last time, because when we did it last year, we did a 10K. And it was majority running, and I was like, please. And then we were hungover, like, because we had stayed at the Airbnb the day before, and we all drank, and we were all like, I'm surprised no one threw up that day, I'm not gonna lie.
And then after that was the one where it was like the suffocating, like, It's like a tarp kind of thing that like you're supposed to crawl under, but we went through it with an expert. He's like, actually, if you stand up and hunch over
it was a rope. It was called I think the devil's rope.
Beard.
Yeah, the devil's beard, and
something like that.
it was it's like rope twined together, and it's obviously really heavy. So yeah, this one guy that's done it, like I'm assuming probably a bajillion times before,
Yeah.
was like, all right, so I'm gonna hunch over and then you hunch over and we're all gonna just run sideways and get through this as quickly as possible. And then we're doing that, and it was so funny because our kid just runs by me and I go, what?
Your mom asked you what type of style taco you want.
Do I want a What? That is new. Cinco de Mayo changed up their menu. Sorry.
It's okay.
Do I want Mexican style or American style?
Well, I'm guessing Mexican style, like American.
It's onion, cilantro, hot
onions
sauce,
and cilantro, and then
American is lettuce, cheese, tomatoes.
Well, what are you in the mood for? I feel like you're more of a Mexican style gal.
What else is she sending me? Where is it? Ooh, could get a combo dinner.
Combo.
Hard or soft taco?
While she's
Pick
looking
one.
at that, I'll go ahead and continue to tell
Yeah.
you what happened. So we did the beard one and got through it. Some more running. Honestly, after this point, it kind of gets a little
Sorry, tostada or quesadilla?
quesadilla. Gets a little hazy what came next. But we did this one where like it was like 2 planks kind of like this way, like facing a 45-degree angle facing you. So there's like 2 little ledges and you had to like crawl up and then like slide down the other side. That one was pretty fun. What else what else was there? Honestly, there was like a balance beam kind of thing we had to do. There's like the muddy mile where it was like a bunch of trenches that we had to go through, but that one was kind of fun, low key.
That
like,
one was fun, but there was one of the pastimes where there was an actual mud mile. Like there was straight up a mile of mud that we had to traipse through.
I think it might have been because of like the location, like maybe it was a little harder or something.
I think when we did that, it was in Jack's.
Yeah, but it was fun. It was really funny because I was like sitting on top of like one of the humps at one point, and they like sprayed me with water.
Oh my god, that water felt so nice.
It felt so nice because it was sweaty up to that point. So I was like, and this guy was like, "Feels good, huh?"
Because
and
I was spraying
like,
it from like a water truck, like with a hose, and so he just spraying everyone down. But
Literally.
It felt so good. I went, "Oh my god, this man is saving my life right now," because I was sweating to death.
Yeah, I thought it was so sweet how they had like the water stations and like what was it, like Prime and stuff like that.
Yeah, so Prime is one of their sponsors, and I don't know I don't think they had anyone before because Prime is new. It wasn't.
They had Prime and Rain.
Yeah, well, Rain they've sponsored like forever, but like there'll be like. We got there late, but there was also snacks at the
Yeah, they had like the bars and stuff like that. Yeah, because what's it called? Your uncle was about to grab one, and then this other guy came and ran faster than him and like grabbed it. And he was like, "Okay,
that sounds about right." So we did the balance beams. I almost knocked Joey into a cactus and shit.
Yeah, literally.
Because but because he was trying to make me fall, so I was like. Nah. I'm gonna make you fall, bro.
While this is happening, I'm like 3 beams over, and I'm like bringing out my old gymnastics and dance stuff, and I'm like 1, 2, 3, wee, and I'm like sticking the landing. And Grant looked at me, and he's like, "Cool," and I was like, "Thanks."
Nice. Meanwhile, I'm like I have my foot on Joey's balance beam because it wasn't like a regular balance beam. It was like essentially like
a teeter-totter.
Wood split in half, and it teeter-tottered. And so I was like, "Huh?" And he was like, "Oh," and I went, "Ah." And he almost stepped in cow poop and then almost fell into a cactus.
Yeah, that would have been funny.
That would have hurt.
He would have been fine.
Yeah, he would have been fine.
Then there's another one that was like another really tall wall that you had to climb over.
Yeah. That was oh wait.
I already said the diagonal one.
Oh, okay. I was proud of myself on that one.
Yeah, I'm proud of you.
Because we did that previously, and I literally could not pull myself up for the life of me. And I was like, I swear to God, if all this time I've been working out my upper body and I cannot pull myself up, I'm going to be so mad.
My favorite about all these obstacles is like, Joey's like, you did it on your own. I was just there to support. I'm like, let's be so for real that you pushed me up all the way and then I just swung my leg over. Like, let's be real.
Let's be real here. Oh my gosh. Because, on the diagonal one, I stood at the, or not stood, because you couldn't, I was up at the top, and I was like, because I knew it was about to happen, because it happened to me, and you would have fallen backwards, and you wouldn't have recovered like I recovered, because the last time I did that, because you essentially, for short people, like 5'4", there's like 3 ledges. You get like up on your feet are on the first one, your hands are on the second one. You essentially have to launch yourself up and grab the other one, but it's obviously diagonal, so it's a little bit harder. I did that last time.
Is there a way to view the time differently?
No. Yeah.
There we go. Thanks.
And I did that last time, and my hand slipped because you could literally only get like your fingertip onto the ledge. And I slipped, and I literally fell off and fell on my ass. And it hurt. And I was like, okay. So I'm sitting at the top, and I just see Sophia's hand and go, oh, I go. I saw it go slowly going. I was like, no!
I had my fingers like this, and all of a sudden, I just feel like, I feel Lindsay's hand just like put it all the way over, and I was like, oh. Thank you.
Because I knew it was about to happen. Because that happened to me the last time, and I was like, no. Because she's gonna fall and like somehow whack her head on the ground.
My leg literally is gonna take me out.
And get a concussion. I was like, no, we're not doing this today.
Yeah, we didn't want any injuries on this track, and none did come from me.
It wasn't from her,
contrary to popular belief. But they did come.
Before we get there, did the diagonal, did the wall. There was another wall, but it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, that one wasn't too bad. It was just like
it's
it was
just
tall.
climbing. Yeah.
It was like two pallets put together.
Yeah, essentially.
So there's like a awkward gap in between them. So like for the shorter people, you kind of had to like step in between and then like go
the wall
around.
That it was like straight up?
That's what I'm talking about right now.
No, there was another. Like it didn't have like where you could climb up it. It wasn't like a ladder.
I know.
Oh.
It was because it had like just like small wedges that would come out or whatever. Yeah. And it had that gap in the middle that you like stepped in because your legs weren't long enough to like go over the top.
That was essentially the ladder.
Oh, then I don't know which one you're talking about.
There was another one like at the very beginning. There was like a wall, and like I used Grant and Brian to get over it, and then
I remember that one.
I think Joey just launched you over it.
Yeah, that is exactly what happened. Actually, Joey just grabbed me and went.
He went. Oh, okay, are you ready?
No, literally, yeah, because I think all I did was like, he grabbed me and then I stood on his shoulder, and then I think Grant was just there to grab my hand.
Yeah.
To like make sure that I could get over or something like that.
It comes with being the rice. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now I do remember.
Yeah. Sorry, because I was also confused. I was like, we went over too many walls.
There's just way too many walls for me. Don't even I know where you're going with that one. And I'm gonna stop you while you're ahead. I stopped crossing walls a long time ago. I'm kidding. That was a joke.
It was a joke.
I have not crossed any walls or anything that resembles a wall.
Correct.
But after that, I'm trying to think of the progression that happened for like for the last few that we did, because there's like, I think the order is very important for this. Because it was
the ladder, and then I think was it the pyramid one?
No, it was what's it called? It was the weird mountain with all the stuff on it, like all the debris. Then it was ice. Then it was the barrels. Then it was the pyramid.
Right.
And then it was the mesh one.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is where the fun part started, because it was like close to the end of the race.
Yeah. And that's where a majority of the obstacles tend to be, is at the very end.
Yeah, so the first obstacle we faced, it was like, we had to go through, like, the hills.
Yeah.
And they had, like, a lot of debris, so it was, like, tires or, like, pieces of cement.
Right.
So you finish that, you go, like, this way on the mountain, then back this way, and then back that way.
Lemon, cement, stainless and stuff.
And then we get to the ice.
Oh.
The Arctic enema. Was that what it was called?
Yeah. I half bailed on the ice, and then I bailed on the electric thing.
Yeah, but and the pyramid.
Oh well, yeah, because I was done with that.
Yeah, but so we get to the ice bath, and that was the one I was honestly most worried about, because I was like, the other one's like, yeah, like it's just a little bit of physical work, but like I was most nervous about the ice plunge because I don't do well with cold.
It's a mental thing.
It is a very big mental thing, and like I'm not the best with mental things all the time. But also because, like, my mom is a big ice bath person. Yeah. And, like, when she wasn't working recently, she would, like, do ice baths. Well, not ice baths, but she'd do, like, cold plunges every morning. And then when she did her big walk in Spain, like, she did an ice bath there, too. So I was like, you know, and that's the one she was most excited to hear about me doing. So I was like, I have to do it because, you know, I gotta do it for my mom.
Do it for the mom.
And so the entire time, I don't know if you heard me, but the entire time while we're walking up, I'm like repeating to myself, I'm like, cold is just a construct. Cold is just a construct.
Because I was staring at it, I was like, oh God.
I'm literally just repeating to myself, like, cold is just a construct. Like, it's just the absence of heat. Like, it's fine. Like, it's actually hot if you think about it, because it's still hot. It's just a different like, I'm trying to tell myself everything I can to tell myself, like, it's actually not cold.
It's actually
while I'm watching these people shovel baskets full of ice into the ice bath.
They have like a big, like almost like semi-truck full of ice.
Literally.
And they just keep putting ice in throughout the day, so it stays like freezing. So even if you're like doing it like midday, it's still not like that hot. It's so cold. Yeah. Because I did it the last time I did it. Well, the first time I did it, you slid into it, which wasn't honestly that bad. Like, that I could prepare myself more for. But the last couple times we've done it, it's been where you have to go under these 2 planks. So it's essentially like a big, big ice bath. And there's 2 planks of wood that are about like an inch or 2 deep into the water. So you have to go under. And there's stuff on top so they prevent you from going over.
Like barbed wire.
Yeah, so you have to go under. I will say this past time you could stand. The last time I did it, I couldn't stand. So I was swimming in it.
Ooh, yeah, I could not do it if I had to swim in it.
Which was nice. I mean, I went first with... Who did I go with?
I think with your younger cousin.
I think I went with Max. Because Brian was like, I'm not gonna do it unless Lindsay does it. I was like, well, I wasn't planning on doing it because the last time I did it, I about died. Quite literally, I came out of it, I went,
yeah.
But also this time I did bail halfway through, and that was because of my asthma. Sports-induced asthma, and it gets worse in the cold. And I come up. Granted, the one guy was very helpful. That was like, okay, on 3. He's like, grab the bottom of the board. I was like, I got the bottom of the board.
I got it.
And he's like, on 3.
The bottom of the board is also like to like our mid calf, like our mid thigh. So it's not like, oh, like it just goes up to here. You just go under. Like, no, it's like you literally have to like, you have to crouch.
Fully submerge yourself.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, on 3, you're going to go under. I'm like, all right. You go 1, 2, 3, and I go under. And I come up and I go, my lungs are not inflating. They're not inflating. So I hop out. Granted, this time I will say I did see the rope to hop out, and I went, oh my god, thank god I could see the rope, because I don't know if I could get out because the last time I didn't see the rope because my aunt bailed halfway through the last time, and she was like, yeah, there was a rope. I was like, there was a rope? Because the last time I did it, like the previous before, I'm like, I did it, like I said, I was swimming, but the second board I was literally holding on to because the person in front of me was taking so long to get out. And I was like, guy, please please move your body. Yeah. I'm freezing in here. And I go under, and then I almost lose my GoPro. But I felt it come off my head, and I go, nope, not today. We're just going to keep going. I didn't wear my GoPro this time because
I wish you would have. It would have been so funny.
I wish I would have, because going with you.
Just watching me.
Oh my god. And then after the ice bath,
Well,
you went through the ice bath.
so I got in and I was like, okay, like this is cold, but like I can do it. Like it's not my first time I've done a cold plunge. Like I used to do them at Camp Landing when I'd go with ROTC and stuff like that. So like it was a bit chillier than that, but like, you know, I was like, this isn't bad. But then I like grabbed the board and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go under. So I went under. I swear, I came back out and I felt like I was reborn or something. Like I was like, because it's like it freezes your brain. You know what I mean?
The only way I could describe it is like it's kind of the opposite of SpongeBob, but when SpongeBob goes into Sandy's thing and is like water.
But the only way I can describe it is factory resetting your phone. Where like
the way you look, you're just like,
oh, yeah. But it feels like a factory reset to your whole body. Like, because you come out and you're like, what? Like, it's just like, your brain is just going. Like, it's like, oh.
It's quite literally icy hot, too. So,
literally.
You're cold, and then all of a sudden you get really hot.
And so I had gone under the first plank, and then I'm, like, looking at the guy who's, like, the lifeguard, and I'm like, and he's like, no, keep going. He's like, breathe, keep going. And I was like, okay, trying to breathe. And then I'm like looking at Joey because he had gone before me, and he's like, come on, like you got this, like let's go. And I'm like, okay, like I gotta keep going. So I went under the second one, and I feel like the second time was even worse.
Yeah,
because like you know what's coming, and then like, eek. And so I finally get out, and I'm like, it's like my limbs just don't work anymore. Like
yeah.
So Joey has to help pull me out because I just couldn't, and I'm like spazzing.
And
like I can't.
And you're like,
I'm hunched over, like hands over the head, trying to expand my lungs to breathe. Then all of a sudden you get like really hot, so it's like you're burning and it's like uncomfortable. And then all of a sudden like you feel great. It's like you've reached nirvana or whatever. Like it's just like you feel so good, and I was like, this is so nice.
Yeah. But then we had more obstacles.
And then another one, I think we did it before we did like the big mile, like a big hill with all the obstacles. But we did one where like we had to crawl through mud while holding onto a cage.
Oh, yeah.
And like crawl upside down. But so after the ice bath,
that one was good.
We had this one where we had to go back into water, but it was like these big.
It's called the Block Nest Monster. So there's two big blocks in the water, and they're rotating, or they have to rotate for you to get across. So people are on either side. One side's obviously pushing, and the other side is pulling. And usually, like, one or two people go at a time, and the people around you have to, like, help you push over. And then, obviously, you try and help when you get over there and, like, pull people over. Yeah.
My problem with that one, though, is that I think my body hadn't fully recovered from the ice bath.
Yeah.
And then I got back into water. And not only that, but at some point in the race, I also, like, hurt my ankle. I don't know how, but, like, my foot was hurting. And then I got a Charlie horse cramp while I was in the water for this one.
And then I was trying to massage it after.
Yeah, but so we get to the block. Like, that happened after the block. But I start cramping inside the block. So anytime I try to go over to help with helping people over the block, like, I can't. Because, obviously, I'm, like, flexing my muscles to, like, help. Because I'm using my muscles. But then it cramps even worse. So then I was like, like, I can't help anyone like this. So I was kind of just... Yeah. Standing there, you know, offering emotional support. And then we got out, and I'm like, yow,
and then I'm trying to massage it so it stops cramping. And you're like,
but it hurts. So I'm like, you know what, just keep going.
Push the brain.
It'll go away soon. I also think I low-key kicked a guy in the blockness, and I feel really bad. So, sorry, random guy. Because I also heard him, like, saying, like, trying to tell me to turn my feet around, but I was already going down. Like, I couldn't turn my feet anymore. And then after that one, it was...
The pyramid?
The pyramid.
That one, I'm so mad about.
Yeah, so we were walking up, and this lady who works for the run was like, do you guys want a tip? So we were like, sure, because we're, like, watching these people, and, like, they looked exhausted. So she's like, okay, you're gonna want to create kind of like a ladder with your people, like have a strong base and then a strong top, and then people are just gonna start going up. Once you get your team, then you start pulling people up from the top, you know what I mean, until you can get like your lowest person down. Like you just turn it kind of, it's kind of like, it kind of reminded me of like the barrel monkey kind of thing, where like you're trying to attach all your barrel monkeys and just like pull them up, you know what I mean? So we create this beautiful ladder. Joey's the base. Then we got Grant, Lindsay, then Sean.
No. It was Sean, Grant, and then me.
Oh, so it was Joey, Sean,
so
Grant, Lindsay, and then Brian. So then I managed to get pulled all the way to the top. I make it over.
Sophia makes it over.
I'm not trying to block up the way, so I crawl down. You know, I'm offering Brian support if he needs it, but at the end of the day, he's like, no, it's okay. Like, just go down so we don't get blocked. So I was like, okay. Yeah. Then these other people going across decide.
Waiting for my aunt to go up, and then that's when the people come. And
then these other people just decide to join our party, but they're just climbing up like no.
They're like, ooh, like free spot, like, oh, like, hey man, can like we get in? And Joey was like, no.
But so they get up and then they go up, but they block the entire top, so no one can like crawl down because there's no space to like fling your body over the edge. And, like, there's no room for people to go up because where are they going to go up? Like, there's no place.
I was so irritated. And I tell you, these dudes weren't, like, small dudes either. They were massive. Dudes. They weren't massive, but they were big. Like, they go to the gym and stuff, so obviously they're going to be heavier. And I was like, bruh. And their one friend that went up to the top wouldn't move. He was on the top.
He was chilling at the top.
Sitting there and was telling Brian to move. And Brian was like, no, bro. If I'm literally trying to help my people. And he was like, why don't you help your people or move so they can keep going? And meanwhile, Grant, I'm holding on to one person that I don't know. Grant's holding on to another person he doesn't know. And then there's someone behind him holding on to Sean. And there's one photo, I'll insert it. It's so funny. I find this photo so funny.
I do like that.
I look down and Grant looks up at me and we're both had the exact same pissed off expression because what was supposed to happen was Sophia was going to go up. My aunt was going to go up, and then from there, I'm pretty sure it goes me, or like, I hold on to Brian, and then Grant holds on to me, and then I think Sean holds on to Grant, and then Joey climbs up, and then Sean climbs up, Grant pulls up, and then I climb up. I think that's how it was supposed to go. But Brian and I are like holding, like, he's trying so hard. He's like, I'm losing grip. I was like, me too, man.
It looked like a scene from like Titanic or something. Like, I'll never let go.
I was like, me too. I was like, there's no point. And Grant was trying to like readjust himself. He was trying to make sure I wasn't gonna slip. And meanwhile, I could tell like Joey's legs were shaking. Sean was leaning to the left, and I was like, oh god. I was like, Grant, I'm literally gonna slip. I'm literally gonna fall down. Literally. And he was like, no, like, I was like, I can't hold on any longer. Like, Brian's losing his grip. I'm losing my grip. I'm sorry. He was like, all right.
So dramatic, Brian's like,
and so I fall down. I think
it just went down like dominoes after that.
Grant came down after me, then Sean, and then obviously Joey. Well, Joey was standing on the ground, so he was fine. And I was quite mad, to be quite honest, because we just got. I don't even have words for it.
Yeah, but y'all still wanted. Well, y'all were done with that one, but Joey still wanted to do it.
I wanted to do it, but like I didn't want the same thing to happen again. But I was already tired of it, so I was like, I'm just gonna conserve my energy for the next thing.
Yeah, but Joey still wanted to do it, so he ended up finding a nice group that he like helped them up, and then they're like, no, bro, like. You've been doing this for so long, like, just, you go up too, which was really nice of them, so he got to go up, and he, like, helped some of their group over, and then they're like, no, keep going, like, be with your group, thanks for helping us get started with our little...
Which is what it's supposed to be about, like, you're with your group that, you come with, but you also help the people around you not
like the people who ended up with us!
I have so many words that I can't say.
Literally, beep, beep, literally. But then after that one, it was just like the really big, like 40-foot rope triangle thing that you have to go over.
Another thing we had to climb. It was essentially like a rope wall, but it's like, I think 2 stories high.
It's 40 feet, something like that.
So
it's a little spoopy when you look down.
It is a little spoopy.
Like, the obstacle itself isn't hard because it's literally just climbing. It's not hard, but you look down and then you're like, oh.
It definitely tests like your mental capacity when you're like afraid of heights and stuff.
Oh yeah, if you're afraid of heights, like you would not have been able to do that.
Like Max doesn't do it because he's afraid of heights. Yeah. So, like if you look down, it's just kind of freaky. Also, they had things around, so like this is the last obstacle. It's always the last obstacle. But they put it where, like, the entrance, like, to get into the place, you go under it to get in. So when you're going over, you see the people coming in and out, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, like you're like way above people, and they're just like looking up at you. They're like, "Oh my god!" And you're like,
God, "Go you! Like you got it!" And you're like,
yeah. And so we crawled over that one. Then it's like you just do like a little loop around like the camp that they had set up with all the tables and like food trucks and stuff. And at this point, Joey's like, "Man, like I thought I was gonna get muddier for this." So he's like seeing these puddles, and he's just like belly flopping in these puddles.
So funny.
And I was like,
I really wish I had my GoPro just for that.
Yeah.
Because I just see Joey go.
Literally on the flat ground, like it's not even comfortable.
And then the people in front of us turn around, and then he was like, "Mud," and they go, "Oh yeah, like yeah, mud."
And then after that, we get to the electroshock one.
That's the last one. Sorry, you do. Sorry.
And so, let me set the scene for you.
Okay.
So they always say like, oh, you know, like run through it with your hands open and like, rah,
to get
you know what I mean?
Like,
to
most
get like
experience
a
out
cool
of it, because
picture.
This obstacle is they change it on each event, but it's usually mud. Whatever. Obviously, you're running through mud, and then they have a bunch of wires that are like, I want to say they're electricity wires. They're not that bad when you get shocked. Like it's kind of almost like a very intense, like when you rub your socks and then you touch something metal. It's like that, but intensified.
It's like electroshock therapy. If you've ever done physical therapy, that requires like electricity.
Oh yeah, a TENS unit. It's almost like that.
Yeah, that one. But so Lindsay and I are here talking. We're scoping the scene, you know, hands on the hip type of deep.
This one you could crawl under if you really didn't want to get shocked. You could crawl under all the wires and then
like we're like, you know, trying to make a game plan. So we're like, do we want to crawl under? Or do we want to like hold hands and like run through? Like, what are we trying to do?
Also, they do preface like if you're pregnant, have a rod in your back, or have like heart murmurs, don't do it. So
yeah,
my cousin who has a rod in his back didn't do it, and then my aunt didn't do it because she's got problems.
So we're like coming up with the plan, and all of a sudden, Lindsay's uncle, who's what 40-something years old,
I don't know how to
hear
describe
him like, rah!
He's like a bowling ball trying to run through.
He's just running through, and I'm watching, and I'm like, what?
We're like all watching,
and I just see him, and all of a sudden he just goes. And like
we don't know
drops
if he got
to the floor,
or if he slipped. Because
we think
he looked
it's
like
just
that
he tripped at this point.
Yeah.
But he just falls straight on the floor. And they have like one of these big like plastic pipes like on the floor, like you know like the hard plastic ones, and he just falls on that like boom like heavy weight, and he flips over. And I'm like, what the heck?
All we see is like
and all
blood
of a sudden
coming
there's just
from
like
his
blood
mouth.
trickling from his mouth.
And at first, because he was turning purple, but that's because he got the wind knocked out of him so much that he couldn't like intake any air. So me and my aunt are like, she had gone around. She's like, oh, God, please don't tell me he's having a stroke. And to preface, like my aunt is a nurse, so she kind of knows what. She's like, please God, don't let him be having a stroke
I'm like,
right now.
I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh my
God,
like he
was like,
down.
There's usually a commentator by this time because it's literally the last obstacle, and she's trying to hype people up, trying to get people to go through. And she's like, yeah, he hits and goes down, and everyone's like, ooh.
And the worst part is like, literally a few moments before that, she's commenting on her shirt because she's like, blood, sweat, and beers, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all are so close to your beer, like, come on, group, y'all got this. There's like a huge group of like young adults like sitting there filming this whole time. Yeah. Her uncle goes down. They start busting out laughing. Everyone's laughing. Half people, like some of the people are like, "Oh my God, Joey's about to like jump in to like rescue your uncle or something." And the lady's like, "Oh, like hold on, let me like grab the pole to stick him out because like."
Well, because there was a EMT right there or someone of the sorts right there, and then the girl was like, "Oh, I turned off the thing, so you should be able to go in and get him, or he can crawl out with not getting electrocuted again." And so he gets out, and he's just on the ground holding his ribs. And I was like, ooh. He definitely broke his ribs, or like at least
I think he bruised them
really bad. But I still hadn't... Okay, so to preface, the blood that was coming from his mouth, it's because he bit his lip on the way down. So it wasn't even like it came internally. It came because he bit his lip. And I didn't realize that until we get done with the whole thing.
Yeah.
And so I'm like... I'm gonna opt out of that one. That freaked me out a little too much.
And it was just so funny because there were these girls who, the second they heard that the electricity got turned off, they like ran through it.
Like, and the girl that was commenting was like, yeah, I guess, yeah.
She's like, I guess, but like that's cheating because there's no electricity. But
You do you.
After that, like, after we made sure her uncle was okay, like, he's fine.
Yeah, because you and Joey were like, is it alright? And we were like, yeah.
Because I still kind of wanted to do it. So
I was like, personally, I'm fine.
I didn't want to get electrocuted, so I did crawl under it. Like, I kind of wish I would have, like, run through it. But Joseph ran through it.
My ankle was so funny because I'm still on the side. And I'm like, we're all like making sure my aunt's boyfriend is alright. And I just see Joey so gracefully running through this thing. Hops over the tube that my uncle had tripped on so gracefully. And I was like, trying so hard not to die laughing because I'm like,
that's what your uncle thought you did. That's what he thought he did.
He thought he was going to do that. And then he didn't.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and it was honestly like really fun to do it as a group because like, you know, I definitely don't think a mud run is something you can do on your own. Like, I think it's definitely a group effort, and I think it's just nice because it pushes you in, like, mentally and physically, and I don't know, I feel like it really gave me a new perspective because
when you do it with a group, that's why I like doing it. That's why I like doing it with my cousins so much. I wouldn't do it like if I was doing it with you and Joe. Yeah, that'd be fun because there's essentially a group of us. Yeah. But like it's so much more fun to run with the people. Granted, even though like half of us, like I know me, Sean, Grant, and Max were pretty much ahead, but we would stop and wait. Yeah. Because we're like we're here with our family and friends, obviously, so we're gonna wait for our friends.
Yeah, and like I'm obviously not a big runner. Like I always say this, like I don't run, so like it was mainly like I'd like do a little jog for a little bit, then I'd walk the rest of it. But like, there's no pressure to run because everyone's kind of doing it in their own way. Like I think obviously the most important part is kind of the obstacles, and like that's what it was for me. So
and that's what I said before. I was like, it's not even like we sprint the whole thing. It's like like we all do like a little bit of running, a little bit of jogging, a little bit of walking.
Exactly. So at least like, you know, being able to see each other at all times, and then like you get to the obstacles and it's like, okay, like let's come up with a game plan. Like I think it was just like so much fun. Yeah. Definitely thinking of how to do it again.
There's one in Jax.
Yeah, I think we're going to be doing the one in Jax in April, maybe?
Called Seawalk. I don't know yet. I will let you know probably after Christmas because the prices go up after Christmas. Yeah. Or after the end of the year.
There's another one that I saw, but I can't do that one. It was like a 24-hour mud run.
Oh, yeah. So...
It's like the Tough Mudder or something
Tough Mudder has essentially merged with Spartan, and Spartan obviously is a lot more hardcore. Like if you skip an obstacle, you have to do like burpees or workout. Something. Yeah. But Tough Mudder also had these events where it was like 24-hour like mud run. There was also like a couple of different ones. It's honestly insane. But that's like I would love to do that if I really trained for it. If that was like my like that was like my event that I trained for, sure. But like I just do these fun.
Yeah, these are just for fun. I don't think I'll ever get to that point where I'm gonna be doing that.
Unless I'm bored out of my mind by myself.
Yeah, but I definitely think like, I mean, y'all know how much I was trashing on these like before I did it, but I definitely think like doing it once a year is kind of fun because it's like it like yes, it's like a workout, and like definitely like the following days like I was sore everywhere, but like I don't know, like, it just didn't feel like a workout in the moment, like, because you just have so much adrenaline going the entire time.
Because I wouldn't say you were comparing it to a turkey trot, but it's, like, not...
I was comparing it to, like, a straight, like, 5K run, like,
it's, like, non-comparable at all. It's so much more fun, especially because it's obstacles and stuff. Like, that's why I do it. Like, it's honestly so much fun. I would say, I don't know if Tough Mudder is doing any more events. Well, I think they are, but it's not like... I think it's just 10 and 15Ks. I don't know if it's 5Ks anymore.
But, you know, maybe I'll run a marathon next. No, I won't.
No. Well, we were talking about the Riverwalk.
Yeah, we were.
My aunt does that one.
But we'll see. I mean, I just think it was a lot of fun. And then after the mud run, like, we had a good time. We went back to the Airbnb. Yeah. I was just...
Hung out. We played Cards Against Humanity.
Went and ate Cards Against Humanity, watched some football.
Cards Against Humanity.
It was just a really good time, and then the next day we came back to Tampa. Went back to Tampa because we had a little potluck with our friends and stuff like that, which was a lot of fun. So
that was awesome.
I think we had a good weekend, and then obviously after that we went into finals mode and stuff like that, and
gotta get it done.
Those weeks were all a blur, but I don't know about you, but I ended my semester really well.
I also didn't. Oh, you wanna know something?
Yes.
So, you know how for my one class, I waited because I needed to get my grade for my finance class before I signed up, and when I went to go sign up, there was no classes except for St. Pete.
Did you find one?
Because my coworker reminded me about something. She was like, "Oh, you work on schoolwork?" I was like, "No, but I do need to check something for school. Thank you for reminding me." And I see that I get into a class. I go, "Oh my god, I think I'm in a class first of all," because because it was the last week that my whenever I talked to my advisor previous, he was like, the week after grades come out, like keep checking, like blah blah blah, and that was the last week. So I was like, man, there's no way I'm gonna get this class. Like that was last week, and there's no spots opening. Yeah. And I was put on a wait list for the class, and I looked to yesterday or the day before, and I go, oh, because I went to Degree Works, and you know how it's a half circle when you have the class or like you're currently taking the class. I went, wait a minute, why is that half circle?
No St. Pete?
And then hold on, and then I go and check the thing, and I was like, oh man, maybe it's like a 6:30 class, not like St. Pete, because I was like St. Pete and Sarasota just aren't in my like range. Like I need to go to Tampa, so I was like, I don't care. I would prefer Monday. Or sorry, he was like, when are your other classes? I was like, Tuesday, Thursday. He was like, okay, so what time? I was like, preferably Monday early afternoon. Or not Monday, morning or early afternoon. You know, I was like, but if need be, I will take a night class because I need this class to graduate. And he was like, all right, I'll put you on a wait list, and I have all these down. I was like, sweet, sweet, sweet. And then, so I'm thinking, I'm like, man, it's probably like a night class. I'm going to somehow fucking get screwed over. And I look, and it says, TBA. I go,
An online class?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That is
yes!
Yeah, I'm so happy for you. I know you love your online classes, so.
Well, because when we were talking about the online class, because that's the class I initially went to sign up for, because it was still open. It was like, but it would say student attribute, so I didn't know like why I couldn't sign up for it. He was like, if it was a prerequisite problem, it would say prerequisite attribute. So he was like, I think the online class is just for the online school, and I go, dang, that sucks. Yeah. That's tough. I guess we'll see what happens. And I was like, online.
That's awesome. I'm so happy for you.
2 online and then 2 in person.
Yay!
And then I'll be done.
And then we graduate in May. Have you applied for graduation yet?
I did already apply for graduation because I knew I was gonna walk no matter what.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I would have just taken the other class in the summer.
Stay tuned because we both graduating soon. Soon equals May. But yeah, that's basically summing up everything that happened in the past few weeks since we last filmed. Well, catching up from like the mud run.
Yeah.
And then
there's a lot more stuff that's gone on, but that's another time.
Minuscule stuff.
Yeah.
But right now we on break. Like I said earlier, it's about to be Christmas. Then it's the birthday extravaganza. We got my mom's birthday, Izzy's birthday, Lindsay's birthday, Natalie's birthday, and then it's a new year. And then we go on into the new year.
Into the new year. And then we probably won't film another one.
We might try to film one next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what your plans are.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We'll film one next week.
We'll film one next week and then probably miss a week.
Because I drive out to California for a week. And then we will hit the ground running when we come back to Tampa.
And we'll be back in Tampa, back in the bed.
Back in our bed layout.
Back in our bed. Doing our thing.
In our nice apartment where they try to charge us for things. That will be a topic that we will discuss when we don't live there anymore, so we don't have any issues with the apartment complex.
That's a topic that will be 6 months talked about 6 months from now.
6 months from now, when we're like, remember back when we were in college?
Remember when we were.
But yeah, just wanted to catch you all up on life.
We would still be living in it technically because our lease doesn't end until like June, July. Oh well, we won't be there.
Well, we have to start. Well, I don't know what I was gonna say with that. I don't know what we have to start, but we have to start something. Next week we'll probably talk about New Year's and New Year's resolutions and stuff like that. Get ready for the new year.
Talk about whenever we film it. I would assume it'll either be the day after my birthday or close to it,
or even before your birthday.
Well, yeah, I said that's close to it. I
still
don't know.
Hopefully, by the time this episode comes out, we actually have a little bit more of a structure to our posting.
Praying. Kern.
But yeah, so thanks for tagging along. Also, our last video got 106 views.
Did it?
Yeah,
I haven't looked at
which
it.
I have no idea how, because my mom was like,
We're doing it. We're doing the thing.
My mom was like, I know I watch your video a lot, but not enough to give you 106 views. And so, thank you to everyone who's watching our stuff. It
we appreciate
really,
it.
really does mean a lot. And hopefully we'll have
go
our
from
stuff
here.
a little bit more together so you guys can
There's
actually
no
enjoy our
promises
content
on
more often. What?
No promises till after January.
No promises, but
Or during January.
praying. That's one of our New Year's resolutions
New
that
Year's
we'll let you in
resolutions.
on ahead of time.
Well, I'll definitely have an easier schedule because fall semester I had 6 classes going on, so I had a lot to do. But now I only have 4, and maybe I will probably definitely have a lot more time.
Oh yeah, I only have 4 classes, and
we'll be doing the thing.
we'll be
doing the thing. Don't worry about it.
Because my 2. Do I have? Yeah, I have 4 classes, but I have 1 that's online, 2 that are in person, but it's like done early in the day, and then 1 that's like really late at night on Wednesdays.
We'll probably.
So we'll have time. We have a lot of time.
Yeah, we got time. Don't
So,
worry about it.
worry not.
We'll have more time.
Yeah, and maybe we'll even be able to knock out multiple filming sessions in a week,
Maybe
so
we'll
that
have more. Maybe we'll have 2 podcasts a week.
No. I was gonna say that way we don't have to worry about filming all the time because we'll just have episodes already. But
already filmed and stuff.
yeah,
Let us know what you
want to hear.
What you want to hear. What we
Also,
want to talk about.
I'm so proud of us for how we've gotten to our length of the podcast because I swear our first podcast we were struggling to even meet the 30-minute mark.
Yeah,
and now here we are.
Because we did a practice one.
Yeah,
And that was only 30 minutes, and we were like, man, what do we talk about?
but now I just feel like we've gotten so much more comfortable with the mic.
Yeah,
Like
and the camera and stuff.
Exactly.
So
Look at us
yeah,
now.
we're growing up.
But yeah, thanks again for watching and listening. If whatever platform you're listening to this on, please make sure you like and subscribe or add it to your playlist or whatever.
YouTube, Spotify, Apple.
Yeah, we're available on all
whenever
podcast platforms.
I'll try have the next. Obviously, you won't know until I post it.
Hopefully, by the time you watch this,
usually
we're
it's
on all
Sundays.
platforms and everything like that.
All Sundays at 2 p.m.
Sundays at
Maybe.
some point. Hopefully.
No promises.
And then also, hopefully, our social medias. I need to work on that. So
We both need to work on that.
But yeah, anyways, like, subscribe, follow.
Do the thing.
Do all the things.
Do the
Comment. Whatever. But yeah,
Let
peace.
us know.
Love.
Bye.
We need to figure one out.
Yeah.